All right, everyone. Today we're going to be going over the different, country print runs of the LOB booster boxes. So, for those of you who don't know, with Pokemon, there's only one English version of the base set, unlimited, shadowless, first edition booster boxes. We're not getting into different country codes and all that crap because outside of UK 4th edition, which is a whole nother conversation, they all have the same dates, the same card numbers, same artwork, same card stock, everything. Now, with LOB for Yu-Gi-Oh!, the first edition booster boxes, there's different print runs depending on what part of the globe you actually lived in. Now, if you're looking at North American English, which is, like King Stonks, meme level 4000, whatever hell you want to get on with, that was produced specifically for English North America. So for the most part, it was only sold in the United States and Canada. As a result of this, the focus, we'll call it today, is on that first edition North American English box. Some people don't even realize that there's a number of different country boxes or regional boxes, whatever way you want to term them. So you've got your North American English, you've got your European English, you've also got your New Zealand, Australian English, and eventually there was a different reprint called Asian English, but we're not really getting into that today. All of these boxes all have the first edition stamp on them, but they all have, different country codes, or in the case of Asian English, they got a big ugly Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! Stamp on the back. So with your first edition LOB boxes, the cards inside the packs, which are inside of the box, will all have different name connotations on them. So if you look in the bottom right hand of the card that are in the booster packs, you'll see for North American English, it'll go LOB-001 for, say, Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you're buying a European English version of the booster box, the cards are going to go LOB-E001. For Australian and New Zealand English, it'll go LOB-A001. Asian English will still go LOB-001, but they have completely different card stock, and they have that giant-ass ugly logo on the back that no one really likes, but has still been going up in popularity and price, especially in the newer people getting into the hobby don't really know any difference or know what the hell they're buying. So bear that in mind if you're looking at buying a booster box. Just because it says Legend of Blue Eyes first edition somewhere on the box doesn't mean you're getting that, ultra hype level booster box that you might think you're actually trying to purchase. So if you look on the box itself, it'll tell you what region it was made for. So if you're buying a European box, it'll have in the logo somewhere on the top of the box. I think it's on the right-hand side, or it might be the top right-hand side. I can't remember off the top of my head. It'll say for Europe, for the Australian New Zealand version, it'll go AUS/NZ for Australia and New Zealand. If there's a Japanese, Asian English box, it's going to have these weird, well, not really weird, but the artwork and like the front of the box is different. It's got your, Japanese characters all over it for, Legend of Blue Eyes, Yu-Gi-Oh!, all that stuff. So the box looks considerably different than any of the English variants themselves. And for your North American English, King Stonks, that everyone is falling all over themselves to try and track down now, those boxes generally have nothing else on them. It'll just be like first edition in your, middle to middle lower right hand corner. There's 3 different versions of your North American English for those of you who don't know. You've got your, ultra mega cool hype master wavy version of the box. And in each of those wavy boxes, the secret rare, if you pull one, is always going to be a wavy Tri-Horn Dragon. So keep that in mind. You're not going to find a box, outside of some lady in the lake pitching one at you when you're looking for a sword. You're not going to find a wavy Gaia the Dragon Champion box. There are no UPC codes on the back that'll help you track one down. As of right now, there's only one with an asterisk by it, if it's actually wavy or not. Not getting into that conversation today. Then you've got 2 different print runs of glossy boxes for your North American English. So you've got your Tri-Horn Dragon glossy box, and you got your Gaia the Dragon Champion glossy box. So as a result of this fragmentation of the market, not only if you're trying to get a wavy box, do you have to buy a North American English version of it, but you have to buy the specific box with the specific UPC code on the back of it. So if you're trying to pull a wavy Blue Eyes White Dragon, for example, not only do you have to, throw out all the Asian English versions of the box, the European English versions of the box, and the Australian New Zealand version of those boxes, which only brings you down to the North American English, which is hard enough to find. Then you have to further segment and fragment the amount of boxes that you can sift through to try to find one, because there's 3 different versions of the North American English box. And if that sounds super complicated and convoluted, that is why generally wavy cards do tend to carry a price premium. If you don't know what you're looking for, or you're getting into this hobby, for the love of God, don't just start buying shit on eBay because you don't know what you're at. You're going to get hosed. Most people will laugh at you and call you an idiot if you go on Instagram. So, long story short, if you don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh!, probably shouldn't be buying tens of thousands of dollars worth of booster boxes. At the very least, you should be buying off a trusted seller, especially with all of this, uncertainty the last few weeks over are boxes legitimate or illegitimate. If the seal's been tampered with, if the card's been replaced. There's a bunch of really good videos out there already if you're trying to figure out if your box is legitimate or not. Hit up Ian at the Old School Expert. He has a very good video on how to tell the difference between fakes and non-fakes, or tampered with boxes. And pretty much it for today. Wanted to try and spell out the differences between the boxes for anyone new to the hobby or anyone who doesn't really know the difference. If you got any questions on that, please don't hit me up. I'm getting way too many messages at this point to filter through in the run of a day. But you can always put something in the comments. I might be able to get back to you. That's pretty much it. So I hope you learned something today and have a good one.